Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and welcome to the first of 4 parts of the Overwatch Ultimates Carbon series featuring Genji, Zarya, Pharah, and d.va. And today we're going to be taking a look at Genji, and I hope you'll join me. So, taking a look at Genji, he's got quite a bit of articulation. He looks a little bit like Spider-Man, but different. Let me explain. Let me get these swords out of here. We'll talk about the accessories here in a second. But looks like Genji's one of the more agile fighters in Overwatch. And he's got double jointed elbows, shoulders. They rotate all the way around. A little bit of butterfly shoulder action. Look at that. That's great. He does have upper diaphragm and ab crunch. But when you use the diaphragm too much, it starts to have like a little bit of a belly. But I do like how flexible he is. I mean, you can kick his legs all the way back like that. He does have ankle rocker, slightly. The deco right there gets in the way. He does have thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and ankle pivot. He's got quite a bit. He doesn't have waist, but you know, the upper diaphragm gives him just enough. And yep, it does go all the way around. So that's good. Taking a look at the paint though, I feel like he's missing a ton. Because if you look at the box, he's all lit up on each of these little circles, and I know that's a lot of paint to ask for, but I mean, when you don't do the backs of these, I feel like you could do more on the front, especially on the knuckles, or, you know, the gray and the blue, it's a good look, and yeah, it's a repaint, but I mean, you could have done a little bit more. I know it's a 4-pack, but hear me out. On the original, they did a little bit more paint, and it looked awesome. Why not do it on this one? Use of that light blue on the visor looks good. Speaking of the head, you can't make him like look up, but you can have him look all the way down. I feel like that's completely backwards. The hinge on the neck, there's no back piece. So when you try to like make him look up, or you know, if he's falling from the sky, falling with the katana, trying to take someone out, you can't have him look up. So you just kind of have like this weird falling action. But he, you know, when you naturally fall like that, you're going to look up or at your target. And I don't feel like the articulation really does that there. Huge disappointment that his neck doesn't go all the way back. I don't like the rubberiness, yeah, that's a word, of the sheaths. Kind of way too shiny. I wish they had dulled them up a little bit. This thing, I could do without. Probably why they didn't add the neck articulation. But overall, I could definitely see it being a better figure. But let's take a look at those accessories real quick, and we'll give it a final score. So accessory-wise for Genji, he does come with his wakizashi, his katana, and a throwing star hand. And the throwing star hand is really nice with that translucent blue and the 3 ninja stars coming out of it. Looks like they just painted the translucent blue tips, kind of a gunmetal gray silver, and I like that. You can see the through the transparent blue, his fingers. Looks awesome. The smaller of the 2 swords, just a basic black handle. Gray is the initial color. Not great. But his sword, though, his katana, actually has some blue all the way down. You can see the little ridges all the way down to the handle. The handle, again, is just a basic black, but I think it stands out, especially when he's, you know, posed up and cutting up other Overwatch players. Looks good. And here's your size comparison between all 4 figures from the Carbon Pack. So what are my final thoughts on Genji? Well, I feel like he's missing a lot of paint. He's got big time articulation. Really like how he can fly through the air and kind of give him kind of a graceful look, but I feel like he could do with a little bit more. The paint is probably what's holding it back from being a truly great figure. So I'm going to give it a 3.9 out of 5. I can't, in good conscience, give it a full score. It's just not enough. And the accessories are nice, but they're pretty poorly painted, with the exception of this katana. I love that, but man, disappointing that the figure is so unfinished, I want to say, but yeah, that's I think that's a fair score. That's part number 1. Make sure you check back for parts 2, 3, and 4 of this 4-pack. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Hit like, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments which of the 4 figures is your favorite. Was it him? Was it Zarya? Was it Pharah? Was it d.va? You tell me. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter, both at The Toy Temple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.